Gelmişim şimdi senin üstüne başına. Bakın Şahin. Gireyim. Al bakalım.
Oya Deniz Chongar Shahin is serving tea for us and her husband, following the Crimean Tatar tradition. In Turkey, her family and those alike are code immigrants. 75 years ago, their ancestors had to flee from the Stalinist regime. The Soviet dictator ordered to deport their relatives to the eastern parts of the Soviet Union, Central Asia, and beyond the Ural Mountains.
1944 deportation.
The 1944 deportation of Crimean Tatars is one of the most disastrous genocides of the 20th century. This is definitely one of the most grievous crimes of Stalinism. In the Soviet Union, this forced deportation was hidden from the public. Crimean Tatars learned about what was happening in their homeland only from letters. For passing these messages abroad, people had to avoid Soviet intelligence checks. My father did not let us forget Crimea. My father was very religious. He organized a prayer service in our house every month. He used to bring together all of our family and prayed. At the end of the prayer, he called all our relatives by name. For us, it was like history lesson.
1950'li yıllara kadar hiç haber alınamadığını biliyorum.
Our family received a letter only in 1950s. It was from my great-grandmother, who was deported to Samarkand, and her children to Fergana. On the deportation day, my great-grandmother was visiting her relatives in a nearby village, and her children were at home. That is why, being in different villages, they were deported to different places.
Crimean Tatars themselves spread the stories about their deportation and life outside their homeland. They published magazines on their own and distributed them around the world.
Bir şeyler yapmaya, onlara dahil olmaya başladığım zaman
The Zvezda magazine and the Lenin's Flag newspaper were sent to us from Uzbekistan. We selected their articles and then rewrote them from Cyrillic into Latin script and printed in the Yemel magazine, published in Turkey.
Turkey became a safe haven for the Crimean Tatars. Now about 2 million of them live in this country. After the Soviet Union collapsed and the Crimea became part of Ukraine, people started to regain contacts with their families. Many even traveled to their homeland. Our roots are very strong. Our people keep fighting. When we started to rise on our own land, open national schools, develop our media, believe in reviving our culture and history, unfortunately, we again faced Russia's occupation. After the illegal annexation of Crimea, they again cannot go home. Aiming to preserve the memory of their people about its origin and modern traditions, friends of this family send them symbolic gifts from Crimea, just like this embroidered picture. Report by Alexander Kulibaba, UATV.